Hi everyone, so back with part 2 of week 9, and for this week I'm using, I'm using design D, which is the 4 6x4s and then the 4 3x4s, just because I had quite a few portrait photos that I could, make bigger basically to fill those slots. So these cut aparts, I actually cut them down off camera. But the one that says everything will be okay, that was a much bigger cut apart. I'm not too sure what it was. It was almost 8 by something, but it was huge. So I had to cut that down, and I do cut down another one off camera as well. Because they didn't have any landscape 3x4s, and I ran out of, as I said, the 6x4s. There was only one, so I had to cut a few down, which is fine. They're still being used, they're just not being used in the way that they came. But the first photo is going to go in the top left, and this is we went out for Joe's friend's birthday. He had a few drinks in Lee's, and we also went to this new place called Electric Shuffle, and they do this really cool, like they have shuffle boards. It's really fun because it's all interactive and you can play as big groups and stuff. So I've never been before. We had a really good time. Joe really enjoyed himself going out with his friends and stuff, and it was nice. It's the first time I've sort of really met them. I've met a few, but not like this in like a proper social setting, so it was really nice to go. So I just got the one photo. Probably should have got a few more, but because I was around new people, I did feel 100% comfortable, getting my camera out, asking almost strangers for photos and stuff. So I just thought this was quite cool. So I'm just going to use one of the full sticky notes. It says don't forget. They are from that little sticky note booklet you can see on the right hand side. That's just come from Neon Sheep. And I'm just going to use a little tab, and also the word sticker that says birthday, because obviously that was Joe's friend's birthday. So that's going to go in there. That was really fun. That was on the Thursday afternoon, evening. So we went out at like 2:30. I went home a bit earlier because I was working the next day, but also the cats and dogs needed feeding and all sorts, so I had to go a little bit earlier, but Joe wasn't far behind me. So then the other photo that's going to go on the right hand side is a picture of Joe saying bye to Charlie. So Charlie was going home back to Joe's mum's house because they were back from Florida. So Joe was just sort of making a fuss of Charlie because Charlie is getting old, and we're just a bit wary that this might, I don't think so, but it might be the last time we see him. He's just getting very old, and I saw it in my dog, my Jack Russell, that when they start going, they do start going. So, we just wanted to say goodbye, really. Even if it might not be goodbye, it's always best to say, you want to make a fuss of them all the time. Anyway, so I thought that was quite cute. So that was just a picture of Joe making a fuss of him. So I'm just going to back that on some paper. I'm going to use the little photo frame stickers that come in this little collection. It's like a Polaroid, but you can actually use the middle of it for something else. But I decided to use it all as one rather than have the gap in the middle of it. And it just says you make me smile, and then there's also a little word sticker that says family as well, because that is his childhood dog. So it's quite cute, but also a bit sad. And then the card, as I said, going to go underneath the one with the shuffleboard. That's going to be that one that says everything will be okay. And then the fourth photo is going to be a picture of Joe and I on the plane. So on the Saturday, we actually travelled down to London Luton Airport on the day because our flight to Tallinn was at 4:30. So we had to, make sure we were down there. So we left the house quite early. We left the house about 8 to get on the train down to London, and then from London over to the airport. So it was a longish day, but we managed to do it. We were early, so that was good. We were just a bit wary of any train delays or anything like that, but luckily everything ran quite smoothly. So that picture is just us. So we were actually seated separately because Wizz Air is one of those companies that seat you separately in order for you to pay to sit together. But actually, Joe had all the seats to himself. So I just moved and we ended up sitting next to each other the whole flight. Not that we spoke to each other because Joe puts his headphones in and then that's it. He doesn't speak to me, but at least we were sat next to each other. So I just put some washi tape at the bottom, and I have a little sticker that says I have the power to create the life I desire, which I thought was quite cute because we were travelling again. And then a little word sticker that says hey with the flowers, which I thought was quite cute. So then in the middle sections, the card that I cut down is the one that's got the circle in the middle that says see good in everything. I'm going to put that at the very top. And then I'm going to put a photo in the middle, and then I'm going to make my own little card on the third one, and at the bottom is the picture of the plane that I'm doing now. So this was just a picture of our Wizz Air flight. So we flew with Wizz Air once before, and unfortunately they left us stranded in Ukraine. So we were a bit sceptical, a bit wary, but we actually got there and we got back and there was no sort of hiccups. So our faith has restored in Wizz Air. We will travel with them again. It's just because they travel to unique sort of destinations that EasyJet and Ryanair and all that don't fly to, so that's why I do book them. But I just put a little mustard tab so I can put some journaling on there, a almost like a little sticky washi tape thing just above that little journal bit, and another little flower sticker. So that's the See Good in All Things. That's what I'm actually going to move. I'm going to put that at the top, because then underneath that I'm going to put the picture of the suitcase. And I think this was a Be Real on. It might have been. It could have been. But it was a picture of my suitcase. Basically, we were packing for Tallinn, and we were packing for like -3, up to between -3 and -20 degrees. So it was quite hard. We bought some thermals and things like that, but obviously we only had one suitcase, so things are quite bulky when you're packing all them sort of stuff. So I just put it on some paper, put a little sticker that says don't forget, and also a little flower sticker. Now the card that's going to go underneath that, above the picture of the plane, I made my own card. So I've just got some nice paper that's like polka dot that matches quite nicely, and I just used the big floral sticker and then put Live Life across it. So I just made my own little card because, as I said, there was no 3x4 landscape cards, so I had to do it myself, which is fine because it's good because it gets to use up the bigger stickers that sometimes are quite hard to use on top of photos. So it does make you, force you to be a bit more creative. But yeah, so that is this week. So as I said, another busy week. Next week we will be in Tallinn, but it's also another busy week. So I don't do the whole week just of Tallinn because quite a few things happened when we got home on the Thursday. So it's only like one page of Tallinn, and then the second page is the rest of the week. But it's just another little taster of my holiday before I do the full scrapbook album, which will probably be coming soon. But I'm currently doing the Maldives, so a bit of time to wait. But thank you very much. See you later. Bye.